Welcome to another edition on Manchester Reunited, your Manchester United front page, where we get to talk about news, transfers, in-depth analysis, and basically everything Manchester United. The show is always brought to you by Intimate Essentials, J Walker Designs, and Telling Facebeat. My name is Bediako-Poku Hitfield. You can simply call me Venom. Now, before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon to get notified with more stuff from Manchester United on this channel. Today, I am once again privileged to talk about a player who is an epitome of the word defensive stability. Now, if you've been supporting Manchester United since the 80s, you will be familiar with the term Dolly and Daisy. Now, he formed one of the best defensive partnership in the club's history, and he was very instrumental in us winning our first league title in 26 years in 1992. Now, in 2006, club captain Gary Neville even went on to describe him as arguably the best defensive pairing of the club. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much time, I'm honored to present to you Mr. Steven Roger Bruce, popularly known as Steve Bruce. Now, Steve Bruce was born on 31st December 1960 and he played as a centre-back during his playing career. Now, he is also the current manager of Newcastle. Now, during his time at Manchester United, Steve Bruce made 414 appearances for Manchester United and scored 51 goals. During his time at the club, he won 3 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups, an European Cup Winners' Cup, a League Cup, and an European Super Cup, accompanied with 3 Charity Shields, or what we call the Community Shield now. Now, Steve Bruce had made over 400 appearances for Gillingham and Norwich City when Sir Alex Ferguson paid Norwich City £825,000 for this crazy, uncompromising centre-half in December 1987. Now, Steve Bruce made his Manchester United debut 2 days later in the 2-1 win over Portsmouth on 19th December 1987. Steve Bruce was a solid and a very dependable all-round player, particularly noted for his calm and deliberate passing of the ball and his ability to control it under pressure, often with his chest or his feet or whatever. Now, he was also known for his unusually high goal scoring rate for a centre back, resulting from a combination of his ability to powerfully head the ball and his effectiveness in taking penalty kicks. Now, his bravery and willingness to take knocks from opposition players made him the heart of the defense during his time and period at the club. Now, he was also well known for continuing to play even through injury, including returning for Manchester United in a short notice in 1992, even though he was awaiting an operation on a hernia. Now, his indomitable spirit and motivational abilities were deemed vital to the United team, and Sir Alex Ferguson even commented on his determination and heart. Now, in the 1990 and 1991 season, Steve Bruce remarkably finished as the club's joint top scorer with 19 goals in all competitions. That was truly astonishing when you consider the fact that he is a defender by trade. Now, following the lifting of a 5-year ban on European clubs from European competitions, which had been imposed after the Heysel Stadium disaster, Manchester United became England's first entrance into the European Cup Winners' Cup that same year. Now, Steve Bruce played regularly and scored 3 goals in the team's progress to the final against FC Barcelona, which Manchester United eventually won that final 2-1. In the 1991-1992 season, Steve Bruce helped Manchester United win our very first League Cup in April 1992, captaining the team in the final in the place of the injured Brian Robson. In 1992-1993 season, reoccurring knee problems and injuries to club captain Brian Robson meant that Steve Bruce kept the armband for the majority of the games that season. Steve Bruce scored 2 late goals in the win over Sheffield Wednesday, which proved decisive in Manchester United winning its inaugural Premier League title, the first time the club had won the Championship of English football since 1967. He and Brian Robson received the trophy jointly after the home victory over Blackburn Rovers on 3rd May. Now, Manchester United dominated English football in the 1993-1994 season, winning our second consecutive Premier League title and then defeating Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Now, in that process, Steve Bruce became the first English captain to win a double in the 20th century. In 1994-1995 season, it was quite disappointing one for Steve Bruce and Manchester United, as the club failed in our bid to win the third consecutive Premier League title and also lost to Everton in the FA Cup final. The following season, Steve Bruce was offered a job as manager by 3 different clubs, but Sir Alex Ferguson refused to allow him to pursue the opportunities, as he felt that the player still had a role to play for Manchester United that season. Now, Steve Bruce made a further 30 appearances in the Premier League, and Manchester United managed to overcome a 12-point deficit to Newcastle to win the championship once again. Now, a week later, he was left out of the United squads for the FA Cup final due to a slight injury problem. Now, at the end of the match, Eric Cantona, who had captained the team and scored the only goal in the 1-0 win over Liverpool, attempted to persuade Steve Bruce to be the one who received the trophy, but he refused or declined that day. Now, Sir Alex Ferguson denied that Bruce's omission from the squad meant that his time at the club was coming to an end. But Steve Bruce, who was 35 years old at that time, believed that he would be unlikely to be selected for the team afterwards and opted instead to join Birmingham City on a free transfer, having signed a contract valued to be nearly £2 million over 2 years. Now, also that contract meant that he became one of the highest paid players in the country or the Premier League that season. Now, these days, we all know Steve Bruce as a manager, having managed teams like Sheffield United, Huddersfield Town, Wigan Athletics twice, Crystal Palace, Birmingham City, Sunderland, Hull City, Sheffield Wednesday. As we know, currently he is the manager of Newcastle. Now, Steve Bruce has gained promotions, made it to FA Cup finals, League Cup finals, playoffs, etc. with the teams he has managed so far. He was also part of the Premier League 10 Seasons Awards Domestic Team of the Decade. Now, this has been very educating, and sadly we've come to the end of another inspiring episode on Legend File. Now, follow us at manchester.reunited on Instagram, and also subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Manchester Reunited. Now, Reunited Live, as I said earlier, will come your way January from next year. So keep your comments coming in, and as I said, like, subscribe, and share. As always, the show is brought to you by Intimate Essentials, J Walker Designs, and Telling Facebeat. See you another time for more exciting stats, news about our darling club Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United.